And we are live. So welcome to day 5 of the seven day spiritual business vision board challenge for more freedom and work-life balance with me, Iona Meade. So if you're watching at the Soul Legacy Academy, welcome. If you're watching it on the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success, on a YouTube channel, then welcome. So today in my world, day 5 is Relationship Freedom Friday. Every single day we've been talking about a different area of your life to break it down and put on your spiritual business vision board. Now, this is a challenge. So if you are like going through all of the challenge in order and you're on day 5, well done you. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, I will leave the playlist for this, all of the 7 days of this challenge. And I am doing it now in July, but I will do it again annually on the second week in December, Monday to Sunday at 7:30 p.m. UK time. So today, just want to say Relationship Freedom Friday is about the relationship with you and you, relationship with soul, higher self, relationship with the universe, relationship with children, family, spouse, angels, guides, clients, joint vision partners, everything, every relationship that you can think of. So my relationship with myself today has been put to the test, and I will share that with you in a second. So let me share my mind map as I have been doing all week, because I like to share my screen. This is the SoulLegacyAcademy.com/courses/ let me pop it on the screen for you, vision board, where you can get all of the replays and tools and resources and homework. It's $7.77. And also, excuse me, I am gifting a 2-hour monthly coaching call, 1 month, and to support you in every single area of your life. How about that? So you can go along while I'm on live, while this challenge is going on live in July 2023. But again, we do annually, and I will gift that each time I do it live. How about that? So let me share my mind map with you. And I'm not going to be able to see the screen, but I'm just going to hope that everything works out just great. Do you know why? Because I've had a wonky day, to say the least. And again, I will share more with you. Let me see what you can see. So I'm going to share and go into Canva and talk about Relationship Freedom Friday. Let me give you a slight recap, just in case you haven't been to any of this challenge before. I am streaming out in several places. I'm streaming out on my YouTube channel. I'm streaming out in the Soul Legacy Academy, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, all the places. So welcome. So and I will leave them there as well. So we started the week with contribution freedom, and so what I like to do is call each area the 7 freedoms, and that's short for the 7 freedoms frequency, which is short for the intentional living codes, which has an acronym which each area that I break your life down into for the week stands for. So I say the Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency. So the C is contribution, and we started the week off on day 1 for your spiritual business vision board challenge with contribution freedom. Excuse me. And if you relate relationship freedom today with contribution freedom, you'll think about putting on your vision board how you want to contribute in the world, who you want to contribute to, and how you forge relationships in order to do that. So we don't really contribute in isolation. We might feel like being in isolation sometimes, but we have Soul Tribe, we have Soul Family, we have Soul Niche, Soul Clients, joint vision partners, those who we collaborate with. We have readers, we have viewers, we have members, we have students, we have subscribers, all that stuff, right? So ears are ringing. That's done that like all week. So thank you. You can stop anytime you like. Wow. Okay. So relationship universe ringing in your ears. So Let me see what you can see. Yeah, cool. So think of the relationships that you want to build. Think of the relationships and the people that you admire in your industry and how you can allow them to forge the pathway for you. Mentorship, coaching, teachings, audios, courses, all those things to make your journey a little bit easier, forging those relationships. Health freedom was Tuesday, the relationship with you and you, the relationship you have with food, the relationship you have with. So we talked about your mental health, your emotional health, your social health, your spiritual health. I liken it to your financial health, every kind of health that you can think of. We have a relationship with ourselves and how we feel about ourselves, but depending on how healthy we are and our habits and the things that we do. So relationship really touches every single area of our life. Excuse me. On Wednesday, on day 3, it was emotional freedom Wednesday. So that's the E. For the C.H.E.E.R.S to financial freedom frequency, and how we feel, how we manage our emotions, and just relate to ourselves and relate to others will depend on the kind of the quality of our relationships, the relationship that we have with the universe and manifesting, the relationship that we get to build romantically, all of our relationships. So in every relationship, we need to manage our emotions, and everybody else needs to manage their emotions as well. So we can actually get on and actually have a space where it feels really good. So you imagine I'm an empath. I'm sure you're an empath. And I'm not sure, but you might be an empath. Robin, not our lead soul guided instructor, is an empath and works with empathic healers. And when we think of relationships and our emotions and all those things, like taking on other people's emotions, like surrounding ourselves with people that fuel our emotions, like in a high vibe way rather than draining us, like is really massive. And spaces, just the relationships in general. I am someone who will just pause a relationship if that's kind of how I feel. If it doesn't feel good, I kind of like, not really, it's not for me. Like, it's not for me. So not everybody makes those decisions probably as quick as I do, but I do. Environmental freedom was on Thursday and I didn't close my mind map, but your relationship with your environment. How is your relationship with your environment? My environment, personally, I've put on my vision board and I shared that, and I'll take you to Canva and share with you again my vision board and my vision board on relationship freedom. But my vision board for my environmental freedom definitely has relationships on there, has retreats, it has relationships that I want to build and form with Soul Tribe and mine and Robin Knott's, our lead soul guide instructors. Relationship. So it's really big. Relationships go into everything. Relationship with spirituality, relationship with finances. So it's a huge one. So what I will do is no, not environmental freedom, relationship freedom. I'll open this mind map because this is what we're going to talk about today. So what would you put on your vision board? If you've done the vision board challenge with me before, let me know. If you're new to me, and what will you put on your vision board? Mine has changed a little bit this time from the vision board that you see, but not too much. But it's a little bit more focused. So let me take you in Canva, and if you have any questions on the replay, let me know, and I will come back and answer them. Let me see. So that was my contribution freedom vision board. Let me see what you can see. All right. And the relationship, it comes in like, again, readers, students, like book readers. If you've got nobody to read your book, you've got nobody to watch your YouTube videos, as we build our author and authority platform with a spiritual biz YouTube channel and a book, launch our books as we contribute. I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy and producer of the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network for YouTube podcasters partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. When we have a movement, we're going to be creating relationships, right? So it's huge. As co-authors contributing in my co-author book series, building those relationships. I've got something at the side of my eye. So relationship with food, relationship with everything. And so for me, I put some images of people that I resonate with online, Jada Pinkett and her mom and her daughter, for the 3 generations, about the health. But watching the Red Table Talk, it's quite inspiring for me. I like the Red Table Talk. I think it's just about done now. Emotions, relationship, freedom. I think I just heard my door go, which it shouldn't. Mia? And I'm on live. Mia? Okay. I am recording, I'm live. I wasn't expecting you to come in. Okay, love you. Bye. Just dropping off my charger that she managed to take yesterday as we were clearing our home environment. Really appreciate that. Again, my environment and retreats and salsa dancing and fitness instructing and all those things. And so this is my vision board for Relationship Freedom Friday. And so I'll break it down just a little bit. So for me, I am a Leo the lion. I am a lioness and I want to find my king, attract my soulmate. So that's one of the things that is as we've been doing the vision boards, I've been focusing on one main thing. And so for me, I want to get married again. I want to build that life with my soulmate. It's great to have a life being single. And I was married and I was happily married and got happily divorced. And I was in my twin flame union and I ended that, and I have learned and I've grown and I'm ready for a soulmate relationship. And so I have been actively dating. I want to create a dating app for soulmates, and specifically for soulmates that are, I will check in just a second. My eye. I will, soulmates for a life partner to actually experience life with. I'm going to be 50 in less than a week. And so it's like this chapter is like relationship. So there's my king, right? And that relationship. So that is my daughter and her boyfriend. He's amazing. So I love witnessing their relationship. And I will say that I've had an influence with my daughter and the relationships that I've had have impacted the relationships that she has had. And the last relationship that I had with my twin flame was a healthy and a beautiful relationship. It didn't last, meaning that we we had a different vision, but I was a lot softer version of me. We never argued. We'd hold hands when, if there was a disagreement or whatever, because we knew that we both had our best intentions at heart, even though it didn't work, even though we had some beautiful times. We've had some times where it's like, yeah, this is not for me. It's not, I've tried it on and I want to take it off kind of thing. We first thought it would be forever. And so we didn't know. It was very intense, all the rest of it. So the relationship that my daughter has got is just amazing. Is amazing young man. I'm really happy. When you're super protective with your children, I think Robin's on, and when you're super protective with your children, I don't ever have to worry. I'm going to check in. Hey, love, how you doing? Hey, Janae Marie, how you doing? Relationship Freedom Friday. My eye. Did you hear me talking to Mia? I heard my front door go, and I'm like, why is my door creaking? I've just come back from my walk and I left my door open, like unlocked, and I'm like, I can hear it going. Like, my door is going. I'm on live. Like, if somebody's coming in that shouldn't come in, I'm not just going to pretend that that's. So I shouted her, and she was like, yeah, I'm just bringing back your charger, because she took my charger yesterday. Hey, love, how you doing? I'm sorry I'm late. My brother stopped by. Love it. Relationship Freedom Friday, because he doesn't always stop by on a Friday. Janae Marie says, yes. High five. Relationships. Can we get an amen? Janae Marie says, we have powerhouse recovery stories. Yes to the life partner in the works. After 3 years of finally falling in love with me. I love that. So for those of you who don't know Janae Marie's story, and I won't talk out your whole story, and I think you do share your story anyway. Relationships not just with a spouse, but relationships with parents, family, and Janae Marie has had losses in her life like I have. But the losses that she had in her life were like one after another, including, like you said, the recovery and that life partner. And it's it's not a nice experience to go through, and I empathize. But after almost 3 years, and falling in love with you again, it's been such a journey for you. So thank you for coming in, sharing that, and coming in on Relationship Freedom Friday. It's absolutely huge. Falling in love with yourself and the relationship. I fell in love with me, oh gosh, a long time ago. And it was strange to other people for me to look in the mirror and say that I liked myself at first, and then I would say I love myself, and people were like, are you crazy? I'm like, no, I love myself. I love myself. And it was Brian Tracy who I got that from. So Janae Marie says, now I'm now excited to help people deal with loss without losing their minds, loss of jobs, loss of circumstances, loss of status, and yes, people we love. Oh, that's awesome. That's beautiful. I've had a lot of losses, and as now as I go through this transition in my life and the relationships, looking after 3 children, foster children for this last year, and making them the transition to being a digital nomad and traveling, and all the things. It's just absolutely amazing. So well done you for sharing that. Not sure what happened there. Robin says, oh, good, you got your charger back. I know, right? I'm like, thank you, bless her. So let me continue on with my mind map, and if you haven't done your vision board for your relationships, what have you got on your vision board? What's the most significant relationship that you want to manifest over this next year? I'll come back to I'll come back to that comment in just a second, January. So this is my soul daughter Ellie and her partner, and this is quite a new relationship as well, and it's a healthy relationship. And it's nice to see, when you see people go through that toxicity, which I had done for both of them, and then both of them manifest, I'm like, okay, my turn now. I role modeled that. It's my turn again. So that's my son who made his transition 8 years ago, which I can't even believe. Every time I say it, I'm just like blown away. And I dedicate my work to my son. And, that's what kind of keeps me going. Not kind of, it does keep me going. That's my son with his daughter, Brooklyn. She was 1 then, and now she's almost 10. So that's Brooklyn and I when she was at her play. It was really nice. Daniel and Mia down there. I remember I was homeschooling them then. And this is Brooklyn's little brother, Teddy, who's my grandson. Robin, obviously, my soul sister, my girl, my joint vision partner. Super, super, super grateful for you. And then my girls from actual school days. This is the lady who has, she's going to be, we're going to a festival, put it that way, next Saturday for my 50th. And I said to her, I'm going to get to you on Friday night. My daughter decided that she wanted to take me away for a few days, but I didn't know. And as I leave my home, I was like, which I've been sharing all week because it's a big thing for me, and I'm packing up and doing all the things. And I'm like, okay, well, she said that we're not going to get back till late on Friday night. So this means I'm not going to get to you till 10:30, 11. And her response was, okay, I'll have a glass of wine waiting for you. Let's get this party started. So you can kind of imagine what the festival day was going to be like. You will probably have pictures. You will probably have me unleashing my badassery in London at this festival. And so these are like childhood friends that have introduced me to each other, and we've introduced, that's my best friend since I was 6 years old. And that's my godson's mum. So now I went up to Liz, my co-author book series, which building the relationships, that's one of the biggest ones as well for me this year, because I came offline. I launched my co-author book series, which Janae Marie is part of, and Robin Knott is part of, and I had a joint vision, co-producer at the time, and that relationship dissolved, and I was like, okay, I need to take this in a new direction. And I'm really happy that we've taken it in the direction of YouTube, and Robin and I are now soul sisters and joint vision partners, and that feels super aligned to our bigger vision and mission. Our soul legacy movement is my movement, the self-love movement is Robin's movement, and that takes relationships, but that takes a relationship with us. This is my dad, and he made his transition 10 days after my daughter was born. And I know he's guided me. I've had readings and things, and he's come through. And whether you believe that or not, I do. And I know Janae Marie's had her dad, you know, in transition, and Robin's had her dad. It's just mad and massive. And my brother made his transition. I was talking about him earlier in the week in 2004, which he was 5 years older than me. He's kind of doing this sign. Just the most handsome guy. Let me just make him bigger. Just really, really gorgeous. So tall. And so slim. And that was a New Year's. It was just a really, really, really great New Year's. And so I just feel guided. I feel like there's relationships that are. So Robin, what is it today? It is chakra, heart, throat chakra. Speaking up in relationships. So in Robin's world, it's throat chakra healing Fridays. And so Robin will help you with your energy. And sometimes I think we don't always know how to speak up for ourselves in relationships. And Robin talks about codependency and her journey and all those things. All the relationships really, really matter. So what will you put on your vision board? For me, launching, leading, and leaving my soul legacy means like me doing this for the next generation, for my granddaughter, and, you know, dedicating my work for my son, showing my daughter, you know, how to be in relationships and just how to be as a woman in the world, and just making my dad proud, and my, you know, just yeah, I love the relationship with me. I'll come back and check in on your comments. Today has been a hard day for me because I've got so much going on, which are really great stuff. I'm going on a flying lesson, like I say, on Saturday, and that's a bucket list item, and excuse me, going away, but I don't even know where I'm going. And I'm like, I said to my daughter, I think that's not helping me. And I said, I think you need to tell me. I don't like surprises. And she's like, no. And then she said, I'll let you know tomorrow, which I know will ruin it for her, because she really wants to surprise me. I'm like, I literally can't cope with it. Control, right? And so today I've been in my office, I got dressed, and I was like, yes, re-recording my boot camp. It was like lit. It just froze down, shut down. I'm like, universe, not now. And so we talk about the relationships with our guides, etc. And when things are in flow, in the soul funk or in soul flow. So I've been in flow. Things are like snapping, this, and this. And then today, I'm like, what is going on? I've been logged out. I've been shut down. I've been frozen. I've deleted stuff that I didn't want to delete. Just disk space is gone. You know that magnetic energy when you're vibrating and you set stuff off? So I've gone out for my walk, like, I almost say unwillingly, because I'm like, I'm going to go for a walk. That's what I usually do. I'm like, I don't want to go for a walk. I want it to work, right? And so I've gone for this walk. I've come back. I'm logged out of Canva. I'm logged out of StreamYard. I'm logged out of Facebook. I'm logged out of everything. I'm like, what is going on? So for you girl, I don't know what it is. So I'm like, what is happening? So I will check in with you guys. It's just been a really weird and wonky day. So I'm gonna share my screen again. I will come onto full screen and just engage with you guys, because I really appreciate that. So Janae Marie says, my gosh, been working on the overnight shifts all week, getting ready for my faith and business event in September. So excited for Rank Makers Live. I don't know what that is. Super Media Super Summit, Super VIP ticket. My very first mentor and winner of the event in 2009. Then I lost my dad, my mum. Well, thank you. You can share that. And your fiance in less than a year's time. But vision work and self-love, elevating my life is how I'm truly happy today. That's really nice. That's really nice. Thank you for sharing. Brooklyn's almost 10. My granddaughter is almost 10. She'll be 10 in September, which is crazy. Yeah. So Daniel passed in the April, and so Brooklyn was 1.5, and so she'll be 10. And it's like, how is my granddaughter nearly 10? It's crazy, isn't it? Janine Marie says, soulmate, great stepfather, best friend with open mind. No more toxic circumstances. Exactly. Yeah, no, thank you. Someone who knows their worth as much as mine. Yeah, well, I'll share what I put in my journal. I've been on the dating app, and I will develop a dating app because I don't think they're that good for people of my age. Love our soul sisterhood. It's beautiful, isn't it? Janema says festivals are so much fun. I used to go every year for 10 years. I've never been. So it's my first festival because I wanted to go to I like garage music and R&B and stuff. And I wanted to go to a brunch in London. And I was like, that's all I want to do for my birthday. I want to party. I love dancing. And my friend said, let's go to a bar in Birmingham. It's quite far from me. And I was like, okay, I'm easy. It's like, let's go to a festival. We haven't been out for years. Usually I'll gather my friends around in my hometown in Leeds for my birthday. And 50, I usually gather people, but I've let her just take over and do stuff. And camping out, music and funky fun times. I love fun. I do. I really do. Robin says, love your friend's response. I know. She's like, let's get this party started. And she is. She used to be like a holiday rep. And I went over to Ibiza and Mallorca and sort of down at and my brother went over as well. And yeah, he would go out and we'd party and stuff. It's like get kind of messy. I'm Ryan ready and get the party started. I know at 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. Like, who does that? But I won't say no, though. Janeri says, I have so much belief in the guidance. Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? Massive. Yeah, I was like, universe, what is it? Oh, so I didn't finish my throat chakra healing. Yeah. So I was saying to Robin, because Robin's like giving me these pep talks behind the scenes today. I'm like, Robin, your girl is like holding back the tears because this is so important to me. I'm like, I'm about to go on a meltdown. I've been recovering from burnout and going through a dark night of the soul and a spiritual awakening, and I'm not all the way done. And, coming and doing our 49 days of self-care, Robin's 49 days of self-care and my intentional living. And we're about a month and a half in, about 5 weeks in. And it's just incredible. However, even if it's a good thing, like, you're going away for 4 days with my daughter, she's beautiful, for my 50th, but it's shortened the time that I've got to sort out the house, and it's shortened the time that I've got to record. And I'm like, this recording needs to happen now. Like, I'm emotional because I'm passionate about it. And I'm like, what are the consequences going to be? And that's fear kicking in. And so I was like, do you know what? I think I'm just going to rent an Airbnb after the fact, allow this to go and just hold space. And Robin's like, oh, I like the idea of that. And I'm like, yes, so do I. But then paying hundreds to just record. And then I went out in nature. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I'm going to do. So the universe said, not in this space. You thought it was here, but it's actually not. Chill out, slow down, get your house sorted, get one thing done, then do the other thing. Go away, have a wicked birthday, and then come back and do your thing. And I'm like, okay. So trusting that. Janae Marie says, learning the breath technique of moving energy up and through the chakras, centers of our chakras, and sound healing has helped me. I've never done sound healing, actually. Let me go of addictions. Love that. Forgiving those who have hurt me and elevating my vibe so I can experience an elevated life. So is that your, so Robin has the energy healing and I have the intentional living. So is an elevated life your thing? I know, Iona, I always hear you say that. Joey's 10. Is it already? That's great. No, I saw that actually. We need to dance together. Absolutely. We'll be dancing at the retreat, definitely. Robin says you've managed through the day amazingly, love. Do you see that? You see the relationship with yourself. Oh gosh, my eye, sorry. I think it's a hair. So when you feel like you're not doing your best that day, and then you have your soul sister and your girl saying, you know what, you're doing amazing, love. That is powerful. That's what we need in that community. If you don't have a soul sister or soul brother and somebody holding your corner, we are building this community so we can hold space for you. We hold space for you. We hold space for each other. It's not even, it's emotional. Like, I'm holding back the tears. I'm like, girl, I'm trying not to cry. but my eyes are leaking. So, and I'm like, not super unhappy, just frustrated, and like, this is what I planned today. Why are you not working? And it was flowing. I loved it. I was on point. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do it. I have to do it again. And can I flow that, channel those words in and blah blah again? And I did it again, and it was even better. And it was freezing, and it was like, why? Can you just tell me why? Universe, I always say, can you just give me an A to B straight line? And universe, success doesn't come in straight lines. I know this. However, I'd like it sometimes. And so when it's not when it feels in a hot mess, and you've got a soul sister that says, you move through the day amazingly, love, that's huge. And so, take that, because we're saying it to you as well. When you're not having a great day, you're moving through the day amazingly, even when you don't feel like it. So Robin, thank you so much. Janae Marie says, you commit to the bursting of the bliss in the top of your head, in Dr. Joe Dispenza's words. Yeah, move the energy up until it ejaculates from the head. His words, not mine. Woo! Yes. That. Use my vision vitality. That is funny. Janae Marie says, check out Mark Romario. I've got Erlen and dyslexia. That is, so my Erlen and dyslexia, I need more time to create, not less. So when somebody shortens my time, that's like, oh my God, so there's a reason for it. And I know myself well. So I just took stuff off my plate this week. I was like, okay, I'm not doing the masterclass. Janae Marie, you're registered for that. I'm not doing the masterclass on Monday. Mia's taking me away on Tuesday. I'm giving up my home. I've got people coming. I've got my ex-husband coming, which I hadn't even seen for 10 years. And I thought about him. And because we shared furniture and different things, I thought about him. I bumped into him in the supermarket car park like twice in the last few weeks. He's coming, and he's actually going to come and help me. My ex of like 7 years that you guys don't know, actually, he's coming and helping me. Like, I'm like just calling in men that can lift, because obviously I don't have a dude now, and they're here. And so the relationships that I've had have come full circle. Mia's dad has come back into her life. Like, the last time she saw him, she was 8, and we had a conversation the other day of about a month and a half ago from 9 o'clock at night till 5 in the morning. That's the only conversation that we've had. But it was just like everything's coming, the cycles are coming to an end, and just like it's just been amazing. And I'm meeting people and having conversations and dating and stuff. I haven't been on any dates yet, but I'm going. So yeah, so powerful in his YouTube channel too. But I've invested and have so many great experience because of it, aligning with the powerful person within that has been here the whole time. Absolutely. Yes, replace the negative with the positive. Yeah, but feel that, so we talk about the 7 freedoms. I don't even know what's going on with my eye today. This is the thing. So we talk about the low vibrations, and I haven't even gone to the mind map, and I don't even think I'm gonna today, because I had, you kind of, you know. So we talk about the low vibration. I want you to do homework though with your vision board. So I'll leave you with the homework. We talk about low vibration and spiraling down, and it's contrast, and it's good. And when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And so then you spiral up and you come in. And so I've been talking about, as going through burnout, overwhelm is the point of late that has made me spiral down. And so today it was overwhelm and frustration, and it went down, and it went down to fear. So I now know that's my pattern, and then it goes up at like hopefulness and whatever. So and you feel a better feeling for. And I went to anger, and I'm up, and I'm feeling the emotions. So it's not bad to feel those emotions. It's okay to witness them, because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And now I'm like, do you know what I want? I want a happy, safe space to actually record for like 2 and 3, 4 days and just get it done. Turn off my phone, Just get it done, actually. Not while I'm washing and I'm clearing up the house and I'm cleaning and I'm orchestrating this person's coming this day, that person's coming this day. Like, that's what I want. And so it's like, oh, okay, and I can have that. And then as I was speaking to Robin, I got a refund for something that went out of my bank. It was like £151. And I was like, what? That came back? I never thought it was going to come back. I was like, okay. So, you know, the things are swimming. I don't usually complain, but I'm like, do you know what? I'm going to be honest. It's like, no, it's been a tough day. It's been a frustrating time. Not miserable, but frustrating. Oh my God. And building, Robin says, and building that community of more to hold space for each other. None of us need to do this alone. I love not doing it alone. Not gonna lie. Robin says, I appreciate you and your love and support too. Oh, thank you, love. You've been supporting me loads. Janae Marie says Les Brown and Lisa Nichols are dyslexic. A lot of geniuses are, but they are very smart and successful despite embracing the challenge. We only make things better. Exactly. It is a gift, and I see it as a gift, but we need, and I know the traits of it. And my son was had Erlen as well. And I think that's, and I'm grateful for the way that my brain works, and I love me, but I know what I need. So I'm like, let me, rather than, because I love to do things with excellence. Les Brown and Lisa Nichols are going to do things with excellence, right? So I'm like, if I can't do this with excellence, and actually, if you are not, and by the way, everything opened after a while, and I'm like, did you really? Okay. But I'd already made a decision. I'm not going to force that. So I could still try, keep rushing. And I'm like, I don't create well from that space. And I'm not going to put that energy into my boot camp. No. Janine Marie says, feeling is creating and seeing it before it is here, feeling as if you already have it. Yeah, and that's on this 7 days, what we've been doing with, oh my gosh, with the Vision Board Challenge, is feeling it, and the 7 Freedoms frequency and living an intentional life. And with the 7 Freedoms frequency podcast, I'm going to follow on from these 7 days and be there. And when you're feeling like, okay, because a lot of people that show you the highlight reel of their life, like I'm sure when Les Brown, what did Les Brown, his story with his mum and all the things that he encountered and wanting to buy his mum a house and all the things, and doing the radio disc jockey, and Liz Nichols with not being able to pay for her son Jelani's nappies, and being in an abusive and toxic relationship, and actually building her vision and being in a closet for 3 or 4 years, and going to the bank and putting in the bank, funding my dream, but still working what she needed to work, and then going and taking out the money and literally funding her dream. All those times don't feel good, and most people don't share them till after they're done. And then they go, yeah, I had a really bad time years ago. And it's so far removed from where you're at that you don't necessarily relate. And while you're speaking to the audience in front of you, your soul tribe, and you're saying, yeah, about 5 years ago, I experienced that. It's like, what? I'm telling you that, you know what? Today was a day that was a hard day. You know why? Because I'm passionate about my work. And I want it to work. However, I'm someone that stays true to my word, and I'm not going to force it. I will just shut it down. I'm like, do you know what? If it feels hard, we push through to a certain degree. But if it feels so hard and it doesn't feel right, although my creation was right, I'm like, it's not in this window, in this divine time. Let me be okay with it. What needs to happen instead? And so rather than getting bogged down with all of the emotions, and I did my live out in nature, and I was like, your girl's got a dark cloud over her head. You know, who wants to have a mentor like that? Me, because it's real. It's raw and it's real, and it's not sharing the highlight reel of your life, and not setting an intention. I set an intention, and I could segment my day, and I could visualize my day, and I set the energy, and I did, and it didn't work. And I'm like, what? And so I'm like, I'm going to show up on the live, and I'm going to be real. And if I'm not real, and I'm sitting here and going, yeah, my day was a great day, it's about relationships, and I'm using this voice, and it's so fake and so and false, and I'm done with it. I don't want to be around it. I think people need to come and show up and be raw and real and authentic. And I'm here and I'm doing it. You know what I mean? And I'm feeling it, and it's okay. And if I don't feel it, I'm causing those layers in my heart. You know what I mean? I'm causing those energetic layers. I'm blocking it. I'm blocking what's supposed to come through me and be birthed in a different environment. I've talked about environmental freedom yesterday. I'm like, oh, actually, that feels really nice. So it's huge, 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 huge. Awareness is key. Massive, massive, massive. The back pain is taught on trauma and emotional circumstances stuck in the body. Time to release and let go, 100%. And I felt it in my back. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk and I'm going to breathe. Everything in life today has been seen in the mind way before it was even created. And it was a process that has needed to now attract more than ever imagined. And so when we do the annual, thank you, Janine, when we do the annual vision board challenge, and the reason why we do it annually is for us to move along that path. And as Robin shared in the vision board challenge in the group, and she's done her homework, that actually the vision from 2020 in December 2020, when we did the vision board challenge, and the 21 versus 2023, you know, although you think, oh, well, am I tracking along? Am I doing well? Am I moving? Massive. Mine's massive. Like, how much have I accomplished despite having 3 children in my household, right? And I've, you know, the vision for us as a family and all the things we've moved forward, like, and I know that was soul contracts. Let me share about soul contracts, actually. Let me share my screen. I've got a few things about that. Resistance is a great way to feel that something has to shift. 100%. Thank you. You know, Robin says exactly. We're unreal. Robin says life doesn't always flow in rainbows and unicorns. 100%. Robin says we support each other through the moments of contrast, adjustment, and realignment. Yes. Robin says, yes, I love my now authentic voice. LOL. And my precious version of sharing. Different voice. Yeah, definitely. Eye-opener. Robin says, such an eye-opener, seeing the evolution and the creations over the past 2 years. Massive. Let me share my screen with you because I want to respect your time. And thank you. So, soul family, right? Soul family. Soul family is comprised of a group of people that your soul energetically resonates with on a mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual level. These people are members of the same spirit family as you. Let me see. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. So as you and they share intensely strong bond that transcends time and space itself. Exactly. What is the meaning of soul family? Your soul tribe or soul family is a group of people who you intuitively connect with on a deep level. When you call in your soul family and you're going on this journey, you're not going to do it in isolation. It's beautiful. In this article, so any tools and resources and links, I will share them within the Soul Legacy Academy. This is a article on 11 signs you've met someone from your soul family. Do you guys resonate with soul family? Because I do. Oh, 3-minute happiness journal. A soul family member is a rare find indeed. I don't feel like it's that. Well, yeah, it probably is. Once you connect with them, you feel something uniquely special you want to hang on to forever. And I don't feel like it's a hanging, it's a clinging, but this is what the article says. You may feel a sense of connection to a soul family member. In fact, they seem comfortable and familiar to you. People believe that soul family members are souls that have a similar energy, a soul energy vibration that they can sense. And so as I've been on the dating app and I've spoken to people and I'm like, oh, this connection, and I'm definitely feeling it and vibrating, and every time I meet someone, there's a deeper connection and a deeper connection. I'm like, my dude, my husband's coming and I will announce it. So 11 signs. Number 1, when someone from your soul family, you feel understood, right? You are excited to see them always. You have tremendous patience for your soul family. You wish you could marry them. You can unburden yourself with your soul family. Thank you, Robin. You feel like you've known them your whole life. Yes. You lose track of time when you're with your soul family. They empower you to be your best self. Robin says, your best self, be the best you. Your soul family is wise beyond years. Yes. You may have just seen each other, but you can just have a conversation like you spent months apart. Number 11, your soul family gives you a broader perspective. Absolutely, amen. Does that resonate with you? Soul contracts. Let's talk about soul contracts for just a minute. So what are soul contracts and how do they influence our spiritual journey? Have you found yourself wondering why life is so challenging? It doesn't always have to be. And why you've been dealing with the nasty hand of what? I'm not like feeling that description, but let's see. Me too. I'm so grateful to have gained clarity over the years for so many of my questions about relationships, purpose, and life. Today, I want to share a specific topic, soul contracts. This is a powerful concept that will hopefully answer some spiritual questions when you're stuck. What are soul contracts? Are soul contracts unique? And the relationships that I've been in, the fact that the cycles are coming around, there's like 3 significant relationships in my life. I hope no more come forward, but they've just come forward, and I know that the soul contract is ended. What I like to do is journal, and so I like to journal in pictures. So I said that my friend, she said, my best friend, as I went on a trip last week. I went to one of my favorite my favorite place, to the Isle of Wight, and I did like a 400-mile round trip with my foster daughter, and we stayed in the hotel, and I shared it with my best friend. We've been best friends since we were 6, and she says, I always wanted to go there. Enjoy my beautiful P.S. That little lady is gorgeous. She's so lucky to have you as an auntie, guardian, caregiver. I'm going to cry. And all around good, positive example of a human. Like, that's big. That's huge. What we want to do is rate how we feel. And I feel for my relationships is an 11. Soul funk, 1. Soul flow, 11 for relationships. I tapped for a soul mate partnership. I've made partnerships on not partnerships, dating and having conversations on Bumble, and I actually get everyone. I don't know if you if you've read the Love Languages book, but I want to, in my marriage to my husband, who like I feel like I'm married to already. It's like, where are you at? But I'm feeling you. I actually get people to do the love languages because I want to know about compatibility. So this guy did the love language. I'm like, I know that my husband will care about the love languages and loving me in the way that I want to be loved. And when I've spoken to people and they're not willing, I'm like, you wouldn't be willing to do the work. So I was sharing the men's love language. So if you've not read the 5 love languages, get it. So the 5 love languages for singles. And I'd sent this to him. I'm like, look, there's a book on love for fire hosting for singles, couples, for children's, teens. We had a conversation. This is my son. And this is obviously from years ago. And this popped up on my phone. So I always just get that guidance. And it was like 10 to 3 a.m. And I had stuff on my mind, and I turned around, and this really dark picture, which you can't actually see what it is, it's a picture of my son. When my son passed, there was a lady who is called Fiona, that was by the roadside as he's passed, and she held him. I wasn't there. And she bought me a pillow and with his face on it, and he's in a karate suit. There's several pictures, and I just turned around in the middle of the night, and he was just there. It was beautiful. I sent this to Robin. So that was the okay, hon, ready. I'll have a glass of wine and get the party started. What I do is create the vision board, and then I take the snapshots of where the universe is supporting me in manifesting. Robin's all up in there with the vision board. That's my daughter. I did the 23, and then that's her boyfriend giving me a good night, peace signs. That is my niece showing me her. I can imagine her smile as I leave my home. I don't need my car, and I said, "Have you got a car? Do you want a car?" And she's like, "I said, have you got a car?" She goes, "No." And I said, "Do you want a car?" And she goes, "Well, how much for and what kind?" I said, "Mine for free." And that was her face. So I said, "I can imagine your little face," because she's my niece by marriage, but she's my niece. And I called her my little lady. She was my first little lady before Mia. And she watched my relationship with Mia, and the way that Mia and I looked at each other, and Mia would look up at me and I would look down at her and say, I love you. And she said, when I'm a mum, I want that. She's a mum now. And I said, I can imagine your little face. I've known her since she was 4 years old. So that is what she did. 555. And that was me on the boarding pass to the Isle of Wight. So I just wanted to share, like, how for me, what manifesting looks like, what relationships look like. It's a lot to share, but I want to share because I think as we do our work in the world, sometimes we feel misunderstood. We don't feel like we've always got that family relationship. And there's times when I've gone through my awakening and I've been isolated, and I thought that none of those people understood me. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? But I've had that love, and everybody's rallying around with me. It's beautiful. Let me come back up here. Oh gosh, wait a minute. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Okay. Soul family, yes. And yes, sometimes it's not even like it would be a connection, but it's as if you'd found a piece of you that was missing, even if you're 20 years apart in age and different ways of life. Yeah, love that. What a beautiful compliment from your bestie. Yeah, we're both 50 soon. It's like, what the goodness. 50, we've been friends for almost 44 years. That's incredible. Absolutely. She's beautiful. And my daughter looks more like, if I show you a picture, oh yeah, I showed you a picture, but no, my daughter looks like her. So my daughter looks like my best friend. My daughter is my best friend as well. So I have goosebumps. Do you? It's lovely, isn't it? Janelle Marie says, after 2 total cars, they said it would not be covered until next AM, Saturday, 11/11 approved for my new paid off Jeep. Oh, really? I remember when you got your Jeep. Have you got a new paid off Jeep? Have you? Awesome. Let me give you your homework. Let me share my screen real quick. Give you your homework and I'll stop blinking. Goodness me with my eye today. What is up with you? So I want to give you your homework in the Soul Legacy, not in the group. I haven't even done my mind map training today. I've just gabbed. We're going to rate our vibrational frequency. What is your feeling for your relationship? We've rated contribution freedom, how we feel, how our North Star, how we're guided by our soul. Is it between a 1 and 11? And I won't explain that. Go back to day 1 if you want to really know how we use the Soul Legacy wheel to launch, lead, and leave our day, and be an amazing human. And so my contribution freedom was an 11. Health freedom was, I'm just going to rub it. Health freedom was 11 this week. Emotional freedom what was the emotional 11? Environmental freedom, I think, was an 8 or something. 9, I can't remember. 7 maybe. It was a dip, my environment, and that's what it was. It was like, handle your environment. How can you handle your environment and raise your vibration? Stop doing that and try to record and sort the environment out. So my environmental freedom will go up because I'm going to give myself time to sort it out. Relationship freedom is an 11 for me. The relationships that I have, I don't know about the relationship with the universe right now, but I'll put that into spiritual freedom. But yeah, go into the group and post your vision board and let me know how happy and grateful and appreciate how much you appreciate your relationship. What is my little mantra? I love my soul family, soul clients, and soul tribe. And I have a daily intention statement, which I haven't written there. So we'll skip over that. 10 things that you're grateful for in your relationships. Post it in the group. Post your vision board in the group. And let's get ready for the last 2 days. That is how I felt. I felt like it's probably not the training. It's not the norm. I haven't felt like that. So I just thought, well, let's go off script because we're rule breakers. Is it like dark and am I shining? Guys, I love you. Thank you so much. You've made it today. You've really made this. Again, relationship freedom. Janine Marie says, even the tragedy, there is still miraculous happenings with a faithful heart. So Robin was talking about faith as well. And exactly right. And you know what you've been through as we met, January, one of the things that stood out for me was your resilience and you know, the tragedies, and I mean tragedies, such tragic circumstances and a lot of trauma. And I know that it would, and it has taken a lot of people down. What you've gone through, there's a lot of people that wouldn't be standing, and people say that about me and my son, like, and I know you say, you know, gosh, what you've been through, Iona, you know, I couldn't imagine, but the same, you know, I've had losses for my dad, my brother, my son. I'm like, a partner, I'm like, nah, no thank you. Hey, Robin's Relationship Freedom Friday. So when we do our rating, it's like, why is our rating at an 11 today? And was it an 11 last Friday? And we'll check in next Friday and see what it is. And if it dips, we want to say, okay, what were we doing the week before that worked? And what are we doing now that isn't working? And, or how can we maintain that momentum? And so for me, when I'm reaching out and I am, you know, feeling supported, but I'm actually honoring how I feel and honoring my higher self and honoring that soul guidance when my humanness says, nah, dude, get it done. And my soul says, Iona, we're good. We're good. And I'm like, all right. And that's me saying, well, the universe. It's not, it's my higher self saying, we're good. We're good. Trust it. We're good. So, you know, see where you're trusting that. See how the relationships, see how you're speaking to yourself, journal it out, whatever is working, do more of that. So that's brilliant, Robin. Relationship with the universe right now. I know I'm like, really. And do you know why I do that? I do that to make it listen, to make it do what I want it to do. I'm not happy with you. You need to. So, and I did. I went on a rant. I ranted to Robin. I was like, I want it to be easy. Like, what is this? Done with the hard? No. We're gonna do it exactly like this. It's gonna be easy, and it's gonna be blah blah blah. And I'm speaking it into existence with full force. Like, you better be listening right now, and everything freed up eventually. But I'd taken this circumstance of that out, like it needs to happen now. So really the universe won. So yeah. Sending love, thank you. Wow, 2 days left of the challenge already. I know, it's a week, and then doing the challenge and doing the thing. Just yes, so much to do. Robin's Janelle Marie says, love the connection between us, and you help me see the possibilities despite, yeah, it's beautiful. Despite all of the stuff that goes on. Love that. We're good. Trust it. Yeah. Walk your talk. I'm here to walk my talk. I'm here to display. Like, I'm not even being grateful. You know what I mean? I'm happy and I'm grateful right now for you guys being on here. I'm happy and grateful for having my co-authors sharing their spiritual awakening story. I'm happy and I'm grateful, and I really appreciate StreamYard being able to stream out. I'm happy and grateful for my environment, for to be able to do my live, to be able to be relaxed. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate Mia coming back, right, to bring my charger for me. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that my daughter's got me. She's like, Mum, I don't think you thought that you were going out like that on your birthday. No. I'm like, I'm really happy and grateful for your love and your support and it's thanks in advance for certain things. I'm really happy and grateful and appreciate, you know, my exes, they don't have to do that. They don't have to do that. But we've made peace, and we served in each other's lives. And you know, it wasn't meant to be forever. And when you look at somebody and you're like, you can't even believe that you were even with them, you know that was a good decision. But at the time when you're caught up in all these things, and it's helped me grow. So I'm really happy and grateful for all the things. It's just beautiful. Most important relationship with us, right? This or something better, always. What's over on the vision board. I'm waiting for the day that I'm going to be announcing with you guys. It's like, get a hat. Janae Marie says, show up for life so that life can show up for you. 100%, always. I love that. Robin says, love you billions. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate you. You're trying to make me cry, but I'm not gonna. So guys, I'm gonna hop off. If you've got any final words for each other or for the audience to say, you know what, get this vision board done, get the 7 freedoms, be intentional. Subscribe to the Soul Legacy TV Spiritual Business Success with Iona. The 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast is coming as a way to implement and support and just hold each other accountable and hold space. And I want to be that someone that does it in a raw and real way. Janine Marie says, so grateful, and to voice it out loud as much as I can with daily prayers and visualization. Boom, love it. Right, love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna bathe my eye or something. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that I can just show up and like rub my eye and you're not judge me. And even if you did, like, so what? Do you know what I mean? Nothing gets edited for me. It just doesn't. Robin says, absolutely do your vision boards. It's not too late. Yeah, you do them. This is my way of creating a video on my YouTube channel. So basically, I've created 7 videos. Instead of creating them in isolation and just hitting record and being super stiff, I'm like, let me create a challenge for these 7 videos. Let me leave them up and let me create an online training portal where you can get homework. And actually, let me create a 2-hour monthly coaching call to support you through it. And actually, let me create my podcast to support you through it even more. I'm like, thanks, universe, for the divine downloads. It's beautiful. It's never going to be too late. We will always have this space. We'll just up level every single year. It's like, watch this space. Come and join this space. You know, in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Imagine where we'll be. We'll be looking back at this and going, oh my gosh, remember the days. That's how I see it. So yeah, thank you for that reminder. XOXO. Boom. Right, I love you. And I shall see you for Spiritual Freedom Saturday, day 6. If you've not done the oven vision boards, there will be a playlist around here. Please go back and do day 1 for contribution. See how you want to contribute in the relationships that you get to make and build, and your community get to actually have those relationships together. So I love you, and I shall speak to you soon. Take care.